All right, welcome back to Bits of Pods, and we have today in the studio the one and only Ustaz Abdul Hadi. Ahlan Ustaz. Thank you for joining us in our show today, Ustaz.
You're welcome.
So get ready to immerse yourself in an epic discussion of a hot topic in this episode with Ustaz Hadi. So stay tuned, but let's do a warm-up session for our guest first, shall we?
Yep, let us do it.
So, in this current day and age, we have seen an uprising in different trends that our current youth are facing. Just to talk generally about our topic today before we go in deeper, a general question: have you ever been to a carnival before?
Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. The answer is yes, although not many times, but once in a lifetime. Yeah.
What are your views then on Muslims that choose to go to carnivals?
Well, my view is that carnival is like what we have in Singapore is not prohibited. That means it's not forbidden for a Muslim to go in carnival.
I see. So, I think our audience can roughly guess what our topic today will be because we started off with these carnival talks.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, we are in the month of November, right?
Yeah.
So usually around this period of time, what we happen to see in Singapore, I mean, now it's COVID, but when we are not in the, like when COVID is not around, usually November, December is the period of time, right, where we tend to see a lot of carnivals happening in Singapore.
True, true.
Towards the end of the year. It's like
Especially around MBS area.
Yeah, that's right. So today's topic, we are going to talk about carnival and the games, right?
Yes, and with our dearly beloved Imam Executive of Masjid Al-Khair. But before we go in very, very deep, let's have a warm-up game, shall we?
Yep. I think it calls for a game. We need to hype up this.
So, we are introducing a brand new side to our own podcast. We will be having segments throughout the talk show to get our audience to participate together with us. So, our first new segment today will be called Call My Name. Okay, let me explain briefly how the game will go. We will be giving our guest an identity, but the identity will be unknown to him. He will be allowed 10 questions only, no direct questions. 10 questions only.
Okay.
The two of us, me and Awabin, will be the one answering these questions, and you have to guess at the end of 10 questions who the identity is. I have here with me an envelope containing the identity. Okay, I will hand this over to our guest.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, I will now allow you to start asking us 10 questions regarding this identity.
You allow me to ask you now.
Yes.
So you can ask any 10 questions.
Any 10 questions.
So basically, there's a person there lah in
Okay.
that envelope. So
But the questions cannot be direct. You cannot be asking us, okay, so who is this?
Yeah.
There
Okay.
will be direct question, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
10 questions.
okay, it starts now.
Yes.
All right. So the first will be, what is it a he or a she?
Do you want to take that or do you want me
I
to
think
take that?
you take that.
I'm going to take that. Okay. It's he.
It's he.
It's a he.
What is his profession?
Okay, so he for the majority of his life, right, he has been a sportsman.
Sportsman.
Yeah, sportsman.
Oh, okay. I think I phrased that question wrongly, but never mind.
It's okay. You have 8 more
can see
questions
the-
to go.
8 more
Okay, you have
questions
8
to
more
go.
questions
never
to
mind.
go.
It's okay. How old is he?
How old
Currently.
is he? I would say 1, 2, 3. He's 4 times my age. Almost 4 times my age.
4 times your age. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and where do he live right now?
Where does he live right now, Albin?
Right now,
I must say he live in heaven Can I say he lives in heaven?
We don't know whether he lives in heaven.
Can I say he lives somewhere unbeknownst to us?
He lives
He lives in our hearts.
He's somewhere closest to Allah Ta'ala.
Yeah.
Or closest
He
to
lives
Allah
in
Ta'ala.
all of
Okay.
our hearts.
Okay. So he was a sportsman, and he, okay. So what is his nationality? That's the fourth
Nationality. He is
He's American, if I'm not wrong.
wow. That is very direct.
Mm.
That is a very direct answer.
No, American can mean anything.
Okay,
mean-
5 questions left.
Yeah.
Okay, he's American, so he's 4 times older than you, and he plays in sports. So next question: what sport does he excel in?
What sport does he excel in? It's a martial art related sport.
It's a form of martial art.
Yeah, it's a form of martial arts.
The form of martial arts.
Yes.
Form of martial arts. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. 4 more questions.
Are you getting closer?
Okay. So, what is his race?
Race.
Yes.
What is his race?
His race. Okay, so I think he is we can classify him as, under the African descent. So yeah.
African descent,
Mhm.
playing sports. Probably passed away. American.
2 questions
lives-
left.
If he still lives, he's around, I guess, 80 plus or 90. 90
Why
probably.
would you say
or
that?
100 years
You'll
old.
be revealing my age.
Okay.
I thought you were
100 years
18.
old. 100 years old, right? So 100 years old. He must be born in 1920 plus. Okay.
You're getting
We
let me see.
actually gave it away.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Can
How
you
do you know it's from Ali?
can you open the envelope first? Show the
Mm.
audience.
Okay, let me see.
Let's see who the guest is.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
It
Muhammad
is
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so
Alright,
now
mashallah.
what gave it away?
I think because of his age, that's first, and he's American,
Okay.
and he's into sports.
Mhm.
Yeah, American. Yeah,
So
Yeah, I
basically, Americans that are into sports,
African American.
African Americans
African-Americans are into sports.
and usually,
Michael Jordan is not part of it.
yeah.
Apparently, because it's 100 years old,
Yeah.
so you have to like
Yeah.
Yes.
minus.
I think the age gave it away.
I should have said 4 times. I should have just said older.
Yeah, slightly,
it's okay.
slightly older.
But it's okay.
What the
It's
question
not
was?
slightly older.
The question
it's
was
way
what
older, bro.
what is his age? Not is he older? So you're supposed to
Yeah.
give me the number.
That's why I say this is how we are supposed to answer. We cannot give you direct answers.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so that is Call My Name.
All right, and to the next focus of today's podcast. So Ustaz, we are going to ask you so what kind of games do you actually play in the carnival? Like you said, you mentioned that you go to the carnival, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of games do you actually play?
Actually, I don't play the games. I just play the rides.
Oh, the rides. Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
rides. So
Is-
because most of the games it involves something that is not permissible in Islam. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Actually, that would be the main focus of today's podcast. That you mentioned that some games are not permissible, right, in
Yeah,
Islam.
yeah.
So, can you give us some examples of games that you feel that it's not permissible?
Okay. So certain games like I don't know, but I think it's most of the games in Carnival because certain games are fun to play, like I know, like a shooting game. But in order for you to, the shooting game is fine, but the way they they do it is not permissible in Islam. So what is actually wrong with it is that you are required to pay a certain amount to participate in that game, right? And then when you participated, you have the chance to win something or win nothing. Right. So that is the part that is prohibited in Islam, which it falls under the category of gambling. So you pay something, and then you either get something in return or you get nothing. So there's a chance there. There's a by chance, yeah.
So it's a game of luck.
Yeah.
luck, yes.
Hence the title. Got
Yeah.
lucky, think
Yeah.
again.
I would
Okay.
say more of chance because if you are skillful, you can hit your target. Yeah, so it's a chance. But of course, how skillful you are, that you have the probability.
Yes. I mean, definitely, no
hitting the
matter
target,
how skillful you are, I
Yeah.
believe that at some point of time you need luck. If your luck doesn't favor you, no matter how skillful you are.
Yeah,
True.
10%
Yeah.
luck or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So if I were to think of that, the one game that comes to the top of my mind.
Let's touch on the current trend.
Yeah.
Let's dip our fingers, our feet
Mhm.
into the current trend. We are going to talk about claw machines.
Yep, I was just going to mention about that as well.
Okay.
Claw machines are the in thing now. Basically, it started off as Carnival Games. You know,
Mhm.
it's something that we can find during festivals and whatnot. But currently, it's so much so that it has spread into our daily lives that it is very accessible. We can find it almost anywhere. It's available in shopping malls. It's available near our residences. You know, and children play with it. Adults play with it. You know, there's the fun in playing these claw machines.
Yep.
But like what our Ustaz Hadi mentioned earlier, when there's probability, when there's chance, it somehow goes against what the religion actually teaches us regarding these types of games. So, what is it that makes these claw machines something that we should really take note? What are the points that we should take note of regarding these claw machines?
Okay. I'm grateful that you asked about this question because I went to the shopping malls, and you see nowadays there are many claw machines displayed in malls. And what's saddening is that we see a lot of Muslims, all right? A lot of Muslims, they play those claw machines without knowing that it is prohibited. And it saddens me because of lack of knowledge. So it's good that you asked. Now we can explain to the audience. So like I said just now, so one of the definition of gambling in Islam is actually when you are it is something that when you are required to pay an amount of money, and then you either win or you either lose. So you either gain or don't gain. Or don't gain something. If you lose, you will lose your money that you paid for.
Yep.
And then if you win, you will win back the money, or you will win more.
More than what you paid for.
More than what you paid for. So, if we look at it in a two-party perspective, the person who play and the person who organize the game. So it's either I win, you lose, or the person who organize win and I lose, and that is something that is forbidden in Islam. So in Islam, it's must be a win-win situation, not win-lose situation. Depends on chance.
Right.
So that's where the claw machine is forbidden, because you literally pay like I don't know how much, $1 or maybe $10, I don't know, and then you get your stuff. They put in there an iPhone, which of course costs more than what you paid for, maybe 10 times or 100 times, and you can get teddy bear, and you can even get nothing. And of course, the people who organize this game, who make this game, they make the claw machine in a way that is very hard to win, because of course they are thinking of profiting from you.
Yeah,
so
correct.
it's the loser is always the the people who played the game. Because that's
Mm.
in every gambling situation, the people who play the game is always the loser. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So we can also relate this to the mystery box, right?
Yeah. I think nowadays, right, we see people like we all play games on our phone, right?
Mhm.
So even I do actually. So the thing is, when I play games, there are certain times like that maybe the game requires me to open a mystery box. Yeah. But sometimes maybe you can only open one mystery box in a day. So if I'm really into the game, let's say I'm really into the game, and I want to open the next mystery box, but because I've already opened one, I can't open the next one, right? So maybe sometimes there'll be a pop-up that says, like, oh, if you pay this amount, so and so, and then you can open the next mystery box.
Yeah.
So relating to what you said just now, is that allowed? Like, are we allowed to pay to open a mystery box?
Okay. So mystery box. Is it gambling or not? Okay. So the difference between the claw machine and this mystery box in games is that one is actually a real thing that you get. You get a doll or you get a phone or something. But in this mystery box is virtual. And even if you like, for example, like I play World of Tanks, and then I have to, I can buy this mystery box for $10 or something, and then but because it's a mystery box, then sometimes I can get a tank. I can play with the tank inside the game, or I get nothing, or maybe I get some few gold coins, which but it's by chance. So this, even though it's virtual, it's still the same as the claw machine. And if I may put if I put it this way, right? So I've made a research on this topic, and even in online games, right? Even it's categorized somehow like gambling under our Singapore government, the MHA. If I can read the report by Channel News Asia on the 12th of July 2021, it says that MHA is proposing to amend gambling laws on social gambling, online games, and claw machine. And it says that online games of chance and virtual prizes, it is increasingly common for online and video games to incorporate in-game microtransaction that can resemble as gambling. So, not just in Islamic law is gambling, in the civil law, it is also considered somehow as gambling. Yeah.
I see. So we can say that, both the claw machines and the mystery box, we can classify them as
I mean the concept is very similar.
yeah.
Unless if it's the mystery box, you don't have to pay for it. Like you play, and then if when you reach certain level, you get a mystery box and you open it and you get something. That's okay. But if you have to pay for it, then it falls under the category of gambling. It's losing money or winning. So if you just play, you don't lose anything, right?
I think what you're trying to say here is that, sometimes, okay, let's take it out of the virtual world, like sometimes when we go for lucky draws, for example, so we pay a certain amount to register, but sometimes, the prizes are like iPad or iPhone, so what we pay for, it's like what, $10, $15 kind, but the return is like 100 times more.
Thermomix,
Yeah,
$3,000 Thermomix.
Yep, that is what makes that gambling, I would say. But then again, they are like, okay, so I'm just one person playing that game, but I'm very, very sure there are thousands of others who are also playing the same game. So yeah, I guess that's how the sponsors, the organizers, they make their money from it, and that's why they're able to afford that gift. But yeah, back to the topic, that those gifts that you get, what you pay for, you're not getting that. And even, okay, like it's not always iPhone, like sometimes it could be a pen. Maybe you just get a pen, but you paid $10.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to even if you win something, but you win a pen and then you pay for $10 for it. But certain people might think that, hey, this is for entertainment. We do this for entertainment because, like claw machine, I'm very sure the Muslim who play the claw machine, if you hear this, audience, please, please don't feel bad about it. You do the tawbah, may Allah accept your tawbah, and please do not repeat what you are doing, like playing with the claw machine.
Yes.
So you might think that it is just an entertainment, but in Islam we don't look at the entertainment part. We look at what it is involved. If it's gambling, we say it's gambling. Going to casino is still gambling. Certain people, for rich people, they go to casino not to win, but they go for entertainment. So what difference is that from the claw machine? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I think that is quite informative for our audiences today. I mean, it has to be a very shocking truth for some of us to hear. I mean, including myself. No more claw machines for me. So let's have a breather and move into the next segment of our show, which I like to call Vice Versa. Okay, so to explain our brand new segment, my co-host Awabin will let you know what the game is.
Okay, so in this game, right, we have a few verses. The verses are jumbled up, basically.
All right.
So let's test you, and our audience can join in as well, right?
Yeah, we will definitely show the jumble words to you. Okay, so before our Ustaz Hadi solve the problem, let's try to solve it before him. Share us.
So let's start off with the first verse, and maybe you can take a look at our screen here, and see if you can identify what this verse is trying to tell you.
Okay. Before I show it to you, there's a rule.
Okay.
You only have 10 seconds to rearrange.
Okay.
Okay? You are ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. Don't forget to recite it, okay? After you arrange. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Alright. An-nasu yakunu kal-firash. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث.
Okay, our audiences, did you get that answer? Okay, moving on. Second, ready, go.
آمنوا الصالحات إن أولئك الذين البرية وعملوا هم خير إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية.
MashaAllah. That was really fast. I purposely gave him a long one, so he can do it in 10 seconds. Wow, that's is good.
Well, I hope our audience are also like keeping up with the pace.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't do it in 10 seconds, don't force yourself. Okay, you can do it slowly. Okay, you can just pause.
Yeah, you can pause
the video before Ustaz Hadi recites his answer. He is quite good at this game. Okay, let's move on.
يومئذ أعمالهم يصدر ليروا الناس أشتاتا. Okay. يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
MashaAllah.
I mean, that was a simpler one. I mean, I can do that in 10 seconds. Okay.
I'm afraid I enter a different verse.
I mean, as long as you stick within the words that we provide you, you won't enter a different verse.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 2 left. But my condition for these 2 is that you have to recite it beautifully for our audiences.
Oh, right.
Okay. Okay, ready? Second last. Let's go.
الإنسان يا أيها كادح إنك ربك إلى فملاقيه كدحا. Okay. يا أيها إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه.
Allah, Masya Allah.
That
Was that
good.
good
That
or
was
was that good?
That was too good. All right, and on to the
Okay,
last one.
Last one, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, ready, go.
يكسبون كانوا ما كلا قلوبهم بل yes, okay. كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون.
Allah, Masya
Mashallah.
Allah. Okay, I think our guest did all the questions within 10 seconds,
Yep,
right?
right.
Okay.
I believe so. And I mean,
I think I went too easy on him. Do you think?
no, I think it's just the quality of our guest that is here with us
Mashallah,
today. It's
Mashallah.
too good
The
at this.
quality of an Imam executive.
Mhm.
Yeah, should have given him from Surah Al-Baqarah or something. Huh?
Yeah. You need to bring up the notch, like just bring it up one notch. But I
it's
believe
okay.
even then he
It's
would be
okay.
able to.
I mean, it's for our audiences to follow
Yes,
along.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
But I hope our audience managed to get the 5 answers as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
inshallah.
if you did not, please do not give up. You always have room to improve, and so do I.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so we were talking about the claw machine. We were talking about mystery boxes on virtual games, right? But there are still some people who, after hearing the shocking truths of these games being prohibited in our religion, they have another, how do you say, comeback? They have something else to justify why they think that these type of games are still okay. They could be saying that we are not paying to win the prize, we are paying for the fun. We are playing the claw machine to for the fun of trying to pick out a bear. I do not care if I win it or not. I'm just paying for the fun of it. And so does mystery boxes. I'm not paying for the mystery box to get an exclusive item, a rare item. No, I'm just playing for the fun of it. What the mystery box can provide me, this time around and the other. So these types of justifications, what are your views on this?
Okay, I think I add on to your question. So try to make it more convincing. Let's say, what if, like, say, we play this for fun, and we don't take the gifts. Let's say we win the prize, we don't take. Isn't that make it halal? If the prize we win is halal, is haram, then we don't take it. We just play it. If we get the prize, we give it back. Or we just leave it there. So
like if I got my Pikachu at my 10th try,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it back in.
Because it's haram. It's like you go to vending
because the
machine.
price is haram.
You go to vending machine. You press like you buy 1 Milo and then it falls 2 Milo. So you just take one. The other one is haram for you. So but you leave it there. It's halal. It's okay. Right? It's like that, right? Okay.
Definitely that's not going to happen. Because if that happens, I'm going to take both.
Let's be honest with each other. You got 2 Milos falling out. Nobody's gonna take one.
Okay. But it's forbidden to take both. Just for the audience, for those of you who hear this, if you press for 1 Milo and then 2 Milo drop, you can only take one because you bought 1 Milo.
Okay. Let me just interrupt you on this part.
Yeah,
Okay, so you mentioned there's 2 Milos. Let's say there's 2 Milos that dropped out.
Okay.
So what happens to the other Milo?
The other Milo, you just leave it there. Yeah,
What
you just leave
if
it there.
the next person takes the Milo?
Doesn't that become a sin for me because
I
he's
leave the
taking-
scene
yeah.
for the next person.
Well, unless if you can call the vending machine operator and say, hey, 2 Milo dropped and I want to give it back to you.
Just for Milo.
Yeah. For the next person, he must have the taqwa in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to take that Milo lah. So let's say if you just come to a vending machine and then you say, hey, a Milo, it's not free Milo. There must be a mistake in that machine. So you cannot take that Milo also. There's nothing as free, just give away like that.
Right. I think what we can do is, either give it to someone if you see someone like maybe we have a lot of construction workers.
I mean, if
cleaners.
it's haram to take, why should we give it to someone else?
If it's haram to take, that means it's also haram to give it away.
It's okay. It's a learning point for
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah,
Some
so-
might have thought that way.
That's why I'm thinking like in terms of the audience. Like, what if they say that, okay, it's haram for me to take, but what if I can benefit someone else through it?
Correct.
Yeah.
No. So back to the question. So this looks familiar like the Milo scenario in vending machine, but actually it is still forbidden for you. It is still forbidden for you to play that game. So look it this way, and make it simple for the audience. Like, okay, so if that thing is classified as gambling, we all know that it is gambling. Even the Singapore government say it resembles gambling. And then okay, let's say if you don't want to take the prize, that means you are you rida with whatever the outcome is, right? Because for you the $10 that $10 is the cost of having fun, or whatever lah, the $1 that you pay is the having fun part. So it's like paying $10 to ride Battlestar Galactica in USS. So it's the fun part, right? But what you are doing right now is actually you are supporting that haram act. So you may not take the you may gain what you wanted for, which is the fun excitement, and you may not take the prize, but you are making this gambling company or whatever, the people who make this game wealthy. Like, it's like going to a company that sells beer and say, I want to donate this $100 to you. I don't want to take the beer. I just want to donate it to you. So you are supporting this gambling in a way. So supporting something that is haram is forbidden, even though you do not take whatever from it. Yeah.
Okay, so remember, guys, 1 Milo only,
Yeah.
not 2, Okay.
But I still feel bad for the other Milo. just saying lah, he's just going to rot down.
Or if you really feel bad about the Milo, then you try to make $1 stuck in the vending machine. Then you can take the Milo. In a way, you pay for the Milo already, what?
Yeah.
But then
Okay.
you hinder others from buying drinks also. There's a different scene to talk about. So we are not going off track. We shall return to the topic. Okay. So now that it's we have seen that these in-trend games are all forbidden, all prohibited. We are not allowed to play, support these type of games. So for our audience out there, what are the games that can be classified as halal or haram? How do we differentiate these games from each other? Because some games look the same. For example, the claw game and the fishing game. Do you know the fishing game? Have you played the fishing game at the carnival before?
I don't know how. I don't know which fishing game.
The fishing game basically okay, how do I explain this? Basically, you fish with a plastic rod for plastic fishes in the tub. It's magnetic. So the fish that you get is the prize that you win.
But do you have to pay to participate?
The fishing games?
If it's free,
no,
it's fine.
it's free.
It's free.
Usually it's free because majority of the fishes are all
Like the prizes are small,
no,
right?
no. Like no price. What do you call it? Fail.
Okay. Please try again. next time
Something
or
like that.
something
Like most of the fishes you pick up is gonna come out. Oh, please try again.
No, but
Like you
for
never
you
win
to
anything.
participate, do you have to pay for it?
No, usually it's free.
Okay. If it's
Because
free, then it's fine.
the prizes
Yeah.
are not a lot. So it's like
Okay.
there's like 50 fishes, only 3 of them has the prizes. And the
Okay.
rest are not. But
It-
the participation is free lah. Of
it's-
course but because the if the participation you have to pay, then it'll be the same concept as the claw game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to show you that both needs luck.
Mhm.
One requires you to pay to participate, the other one is not.
Yeah.
How do we differentiate these similar games? Which is halal, which is haram?
Okay, so let us mention the criteria in that way, because there are so many games, and I'm sure there are many more games that will appear in the next
near
generation,
future.
in the
Yeah,
coming
definitely.
future. So the ulama, the scholars, they put I can sum up in 3 conditions that classify a game as gambling. And let's see, number 1 is it is participated by 2 or more party or people, right? 2 or more party. And the number 2 criteria, of course, when you gambler, you don't gamble with yourself.
True, correct.
Okay.
I mean,
And then it doesn't need to explain.
I'm a bet
Yeah.
myself $10, then I go the other
Yeah.
side. I'm gonna bet more.
So why is it 2 or more? Because it involves winning and losing, winning or losing. So I win, you lose, I
I
win.
mean, if I win and I lose, then there's no
Yeah,
point.
it's
Yeah,
no point.
that's
And criteria number 2 would be that each party or participant would bet something. So you have to bet something. So in claw machine is the claw machine, whatever you call it. The owner of the claw machine bets an iPhone, and you bet $10.
Money.
Right. So it's either I get your $10 or you get my iPhone.
right.
So it's like that.
Something is at stake.
Yeah.
Something's
You
at
are
stake.
bound to lose something.
From both parties, like it has to be from
Yeah.
both
Yes.
parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the third one would be any participation that wins will be rewarded with property or profit from the losing party and gets to keep the property or profit. So that means it's not just betting, but of course, a betting, that means I get to take whatever you bet and you get to take whatever you bet. So, like I say, it's a win-lose situation.
Correct.
Yeah. So, from this, we can understand that, maybe some people, they think that, hey, wait a second. Let's say if I pay $10 for a teddy bear. Let's not talk about iPhone. $10 for a teddy bear in the claw machine. And, if I get that teddy bear, it costs around $10, right? It costs around $10. Or maybe that teddy bear can be 10 times the price or what. So it's like I'm buying the teddy bear. Right? It's like I'm buying the teddy bear. Forget about the betting stuff because I'm reda with it, and to me, I think that it is buying. People would think that way. So I would say that it's different. It's different because there's still a win-lose situation in this claw game or gambling. Because if you go to the shop and then you say, I want to buy a teddy bear, you give him a money, how much it costs, $50, and then he gives you a teddy bear. So you get what you buying, and then the seller gets your $50.
Right.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
But for gambling, no, it's win or lose situation. Yeah.
So it does not look like a trade.
Yeah,
one
it's not,
one party is gonna lose whatever he puts as his bet.
And the other
Whereas
person is going to win everything else.
Whereas in the transaction, both is gonna lose something and gain something.
And for the record, so how about something that does not involve paying, like lucky draw? Just now you mentioned about this fishing game,
yeah.
right? So what about going to grocery stores and win lucky draw? For example, you spend $50 in a grocery store in NTUC or something, and then you get a chance to win a car, something. Doesn't that look like gambling? Because you pay something and then you have this chance to win something. So in this case, although it is same like gambling, but it is not gambling. Why? Because the initial thing of going to the supermarket is to buy the groceries.
Right.
Those lucky draw comes after it.
Yep, it's an addition.
Okay, it's an addition to your initial intention.
So it's like an incentive.
It's like a gift lah.
It's like a give,
gift.
an incentive.
So you do not say to people like, oh, you cannot go to NTUC right now because they give a lucky draw. It's not. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
because you get what you paid for, and that is your intention. It is not to win the lucky draw lah. It's different. There's this qaida that Sheikh Zuhaili he puts this qaida يغتفر في التابع ما لا يغتفر في المتبوع. Yeah. So what it means is actually that something can be forgiven as the subsidiary, which cannot be forgiven as the principal. So the principal is, let's say if the principal is gambling, right? Then the intention of it is gambling. Then is not what do you call it? It's not forgiven. But if it's a subsidiary, like winning, that having that chance is subsidiary, but the primary objective is to buy those groceries, then it is forgiven. Yeah.
Okay. So that lucky draw cannot be the main principle of the whole purchasing.
Unless if you go to grocery stores and I can have the chance to win this, so I buy this stuff for $50 to win that price. So after that, I don't care with whatever with this is. I don't care whatever I buy, as long as I have the chance to win that thing. Then it's considered as gambling.
Yes, so it's based on intention also.
Intentions.
Yes.
I think your intentions matters most.
Yes, true.
I think that sums up today's episode quite well. It's a short one, but a very informative one, and I think we can take away very useful points from today's episode. And that being that, so firstly, your intention matters, and secondly, I think it's important for us to know what we can classify as halal and what is not, what is prohibited for us.
True.
As much as we are talking about this, it's also a learning process.
It has been a
us.
learning process for us.
And it is also important for us to understand that this prohibition in Islam is not just to prohibit people from doing something just for fun, because when we say that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, when He prohibits gambling, there are so many reasons for that. Right? In the Quran, it's mentioned that gambling is part of shaitan's work. Shaitan's work. And then it continues. Innama yuqi'u alay. The shaitan, he makes enmity and hatred between amongst you who play who are involved in gambling. And we see that gambling, there are so many negative effects of gambling. So for example, gambling makes people rely on accidents and lucks on their wealth, and not hardworking. So it encourages people to depend on luck so much, instead of hardworking. And then the other part is that we see that gambling destroys families and lives. People divorce, and then so many bad things happen from gambling. In fact, we even have hotlines to help people who are addicted to gambling. Who
call the hotline, guys.
So
we'll put the hotline there for you.
This problem is real, and of course, there's so much about gambling. It's
such a
real
wide
thing.
topic.
And to sum that up, how real that is, gambling is, even for as minor as claw machine, like you say, a claw machine is not like going to, you don't go bankrupt with claw machine. Mystery box and this what do you call it, online games or arcade games. But to sum it up for you viewers, MHA has actually proposed a law of putting a cap on the prices of this claw machine and what do you call that, arcade games and mystery boxes to $100. And why is that so? You can read this report in the news, and it's 12 July 2021. It's quite new, and because it has the potential to induce gambling behavior, right? So we don't want to see our children, they spend all their savings because they want to win an iPhone, right? So
no more iPhones on the claw
it's-
machines, guys.
it's a serious
Mhm.
thing, yeah. So it's not just halal and haram things. Yeah.
So I mean, we can see that nowadays, new things are being invented, new things are introduced to us, and these things are, they are not very obvious at the fact whether they are halal or haram. Sometimes they are in the gray area. It's very vague. What makes it halal? What makes it haram? We as responsible Muslims, I think it's our duty to also find this out lah. And if we are already involved in this, may Allah forgive us all. And let's hope to not repeat these mistakes in the future again.
Yes,
We all learn
inshallah.
from our mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Ustaz, for
Yes,
joining
thank you
us
so much,
in
Ustaz.
today's show.
Jazakumullah khair.
You're welcome.
Yes. And we hope that our audience have gained something beneficial from this episode. Do remember to hit the like button,
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel,
Share
and share
it.
this with your loved ones.
Share it,
I'm
share it with
sure-
your friends. I'm sure you have friends
Yeah,
playing the
yeah.
claw machines.
That's right.
I'm sure you don't play the claw machine alone. I know you have people you play claw machine with. Share it with
Yeah.
them also, okay?
Yep. And hopefully, that you can take a few benefits from this episode, and
Inshallah,
pass it
inshallah.
on to your loved ones.
Mhm.
And on that note, we will end
Yes.
today's episode here. So on behalf of all of us, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.